honestly, I truly can't believe that Weeaboos let it get this far. Good morning, pizza people. It's Tine Pizza back today with another video, and today we are talking about the case of Nevada Tine, aka the lowly con killer. And I'm honestly covering this case because it was requested by me, and it seems that you guys are loving the Yuka Takoka video. And for those of you that are just new watching the Nevada Tine video, I suggest you go check that one out. It's in a similar style as this one as well. And just like the Nevada or the Yuka video, I will be making sure I only make fun of the outcomes of it when it came to like how the fan bases reacted and how everybody hyped her up and just how people fell in love with this lowly con that ended up murdering one of her classmates. And without further ado, let's get into the case. So Nevada Tine, or more so the case surrounding around Nevada Tine, is called the Sasebo slashing, and this is the sad case where Nevada Tine, aka known as Girl A during the case, she lured her classmate Satomi Miritari into an empty classroom. I'm sorry if I butchered that, by the way, all respects due to her. And she lured Satomi into an empty classroom during the lunch hour at their elementary school, and Nevada Tine was the only girl to walk out of that classroom. And after Nevada Tine walked out, their teacher had noticed that Nevada had a bunch of blood stains on her shirt, and so she noticed that also another girl was missing. So she kind of put two and two together and searched for the girl's body, and the teacher unfortunately walked up upon the classroom and had to see the disgusting tragedy that Nevada Tine, aka Girl A, had committed. This led to Nevada Tine being arrested, and when the police questioned her on why she did it, like, Nevada Tine gave like a whole bunch of reasons. Like, first of all, she said she was a goody, then she said the girl had slandered her, but like either way, none of that is like inappropriate like reaction, or like, I get you're a kid, but like, you're 12 or 11 years old at this point. Like, that should not be your reaction to when someone does something to you. Like, I feel like that was the complete wrong reaction to do. It's obviously that was the complete wrong reaction, and that led to the ruining of both of these young girls' lives who, like, unfortunately had a bright future. Well, who fortunately had a bright future before it was unfortunately taken away due to Nevada Tine's actions. And so after they got the reasoning out of her, it was the whole little court case. All of that went on. You guys can look more into that. But basically, Nevada Tine was institutionalized, and she was in and out for a couple years at a time. And she was also diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. Honestly, everything that went on with that case is completely tragic, and I hate the way it all turned out, bro. These young girls had such bright futures. It really sucks to see how that went, and it's honestly something that I hate to even read and talk about, because like the only reason I am talking about it today is because I want to bring up the reaction of like the community when they found out about this crime, right? Because as we all know, old things in internet culture get brought up all the time, and they get like resurfaced and they all become memes. But this is one of those things that shouldn't have become a meme, because like two young girls lost their lives, right? And like, just like the Yuka Takoka case, God bless that they weren't like, that nobody actually died in that case. Someone actually died in this case. And it's the whole thing of like with weebs and like weird like otaku just glorifying a murderer is where I have the problem, right? Is because like shortly after this case became such a huge meme, or like such a huge like topic to talk about, there were massive amounts of fan art made about Nevada Tine, as you can see in the thumbnail of this video and some of the pictures that I'm even throwing up on screen, bro. Like, they took this girl and they saw that she was wearing a Nevada t-shirt, and they just dubbed her Nevada Tine. That's why they call her that. And they just decided to like make a mass array of like her in like the Nevada t-shirt with blood all over her, and it was just the weirdest, like one of the weirdest things that I've seen come out of internet culture, bro. Like, none of this really makes sense to me on why like people glorified and like they almost appraised this little girl just because she was like, I don't know, a lowly or whatever. I don't know. That's how weebs and otaku see it. Like, they see a case gone wrong that should not even be joked about, memed about at all, and they decide to just dub it with a whole bunch of like fan art to capitalize and to like almost appraise this girl for her terrible actions. Like the reaction that the anime community has to things like this that are like real life just because like she's like Asian or whatever it is that y'all are using to justify making like fan art out of attempted or actual killers is, I don't get it, bro. It's like y'all see that and y'all think, wow, she's like, I don't know, like y'all are attracted or have some weird infatuation. And like, I'm not talking about all weebs out there because obviously that's not everyone, but I'm talking about for the ones that like actually think this fan art is cool or it's okay to make. And there is no place in the world where any of this fan art should be okay. None of it, okay? Like 2 little girls have ruined their lives for the rest, like forever, bro. There's no coming back from this, and y'all decide to make fan art. And I just don't get the whole internet's reaction with glorifying this girl. It's one thing if it's like a creepypasta, because I get creepypastas, right? Like people, it's like weird horror stories of like random made up characters that like they do stuff. I was into creepypastas for a little while, right? But like now it's like if it's real life, it's not cool no more, bro. Like the second that something actually happens in real life is the second that everybody should just be like, oh, I don't rock with that, because it's not okay to rock with, right? And like even when I look up certain images, I see pictures of people comparing Nevada to Toka off of My Hero, and no, they're not the same person, because Toka is fictional and Nevada actually murdered somebody, and I don't understand the infatuation. Like honestly, at this point, it's just a bunch of weirdos. And I don't enjoy covering like cases like this, because it's like, bro, there's no reason anime fans should glorify like this girl at all. Like no way, shape, or form. There's no bright side to look at this, because at the end of the day, someone didn't get to live out their full life due to this like completely insane case gone wrong, bro. And honestly, I can rant about how weird like weebs and otaku are all day. The weird ones, okay, I'm not talking about everybody, just for those people in my comment section that get mad about it. But honestly, bro, this case is pretty tragic, and let's stop making fan art of like killers or attempted killers. It's not cool. Like, let's not do it anymore, pizza people. And honestly, RIP to Satomi Meritara. I'm sorry if I like messed that up or butchered it in any way. Like, rest your soul. I'm sorry about that. And honestly, no more fan art of these killers, please, pizza people. It's not okay. But until next time, my name is Tine Pizza, and I will see you pizza people on the other side of the slice. Peace.